You are now tuned into ChiChat Podcast, where four women come together to encourage, inform, and inspire women by creating a dialogue that develops strong sisterhood and friendship. Around the table is Yolanda, Ebony, Katrina, and Breonna. Okay, now it's time for some ChiChat.
Hey, you guys, and welcome back to the ChiChat Podcast. I am your host, Ebony, and today we're going to be talking about self-care tips to keep you sane. This is our episode 5, so give us a hand clap. Woo! So what we're going to start with today, we're going to do our check-in. So I'm going to kick it off. I'm at a 5. Today is Friday. Okay, we got a short work week next week, and I'm happy. I'm real happy. How you feeling, Breonna?
I'm a 3 today. A little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit everywhere.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What about you, Yolanda?
Oh, I'm at a 3.5 today. Feel a little bit like my girl Breonna over here. So 3.5, but y'all know that as the day progresses, you can always get better. So I'm counting.
Absolutely good. And Katrina, what about you?
I'm gonna say a 3.75. I ain't quite at a 4 yet. I just got up from a long nap, so y'all bear with me today.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Most definitely, rest is well needed, especially in this time right now. So today we're going to be talking about self-care tips and things that that are helping you in this pandemic. I shall not name what we're really talking about. Questions, ladies. The first question I wanted to ask is, where are you mentally with everything that's going on? I'm gonna let you go ahead and start it off, Yolanda.
Mentally, I'm pretty good, better than I thought I was. At first, I was like everybody else. I was worried, I was scared. It was only going to get worse. But as I began to pray and talk to the Lord about it, my mind began to get. And so I'm actually doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. I say prayer and I pray for my children, and so I pray for my friends, I pray for my family, and keep it moving.
That's wonderful.
Doing-
What about you, Katrina?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like Yolanda. I'm mentally, I'm okay. I just, like she said, been spending a lot and trying to make sure that, I'm just doing what I can to stay safe out here. And my children, they my youngest, when he hasn't been going out much anywhere. And so mentally, I think I'm okay with everything that's going on. I'm fine.
Okay, great. What about you, Breonna?
With everything going on, it has been a journey. A lot of situations have occurred in my family. And so it has been different. I tell you one thing, just like Katrina and Yolanda, I have stayed on the prayer wall. But my mind is a stayed on Jesus. So,
Man.
I'm all right.
Amen. Yes, man.
Right. And I would say mentally, I'm okay. Like I'm hopeful that everything is gonna get better. I can say that I've had some days where I was terrified because I work in infectious disease and we're pretty much working in the middle of all of this craziness. So it's been some days that I've been terrified, but just like you guys, I just stay prayed up. And even some days I get on the phone when I'm feeling like really weak in my spirit, I call my mom and I'm like, Mom, can you just say a prayer for me? Just the extra prayer, but everything has been good. I can most definitely say I've been very blessed. So you can't have the outlook of what it looks like. It's actually better than what it seems. So that's been, one of the things that's really been keeping my faith strong and just keeping me, optimistic about everything that's going on. So my next question is, are you ready to get back to normal life? Let's see, who do I want? Let's go, Katrina.
I was thinking about that, and yes and no. With my job, we've been working 4-day work week, so that's been kind of good. Going back to 5 days, so I'm not ready for that. I would like Fridays off, but as far as everything else, I'm not gonna say that it's terrible for me, but it does make me a little bit nervous to know that eventually everything is gonna open back up to normal, and like, what are we gonna do? Are we still gonna, go out and wear a mask? How long is that gonna last? So I don't know if I'm really right now for everything to be normal per se, but a little bit more normal than this.
Right. What about you, Breonna?
I'm looking at the situation. I know y'all probably said, Breonna, you always say educational perspective, but I am looking at it from that perspective because I saw this picture of some children that were younger with masks on, and like the captions were like, he's joking on me because my mask is cheap. He's coughing on me. He's this or she's that. And it's like, the reality for a teacher is this is now going to become a distraction in the classroom. So the new normal could potentially be like we're doing right now, but I'm teaching 4 and 5-year-olds through a screen now, and they're getting distracted. So I'm ready to go back to the normal, but I know it's going to require some precautionary measures that 4 and 5-year-olds, they can do it. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge.
Oh, wow.
Okay, yes, that brings up a really good point. Thank you for that, Breonna. Yolanda, what about you?
Yes, I am. I'm ready to go back to work. I thought that I would miss my job much, and I work from home. But because our clients in the facilities, they had to close down for their stuff, which impacted us. And so I'm ready to get back on that computer. But you know what? My son told me today. I said, well, I wish I could go back and sit at my desk. I wish I could go sit at the computer. My son said, well, Mom, you can, but you just can't do nothing. But you can sit over there. Oh, God. So and I love spending time with my babies. I do enjoy that. I'm learning so much more about them. They're going so fast. So with that being said, I'm actually enjoying the being home with them. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying them because I'm not home without them. And so I'm enjoying spending time and laughing with them and just watching them just grow. But I'm ready for some things to return back to normal. I will say this. I'm for personal, and at the grocery stores, when I do have to go in there, I am so glad that I don't have to use my cart to keep them from getting all up on the back of the neck. So I'm glad I hope they keep the 6 feet apart forever. Personal space.
Yeah.
Yolanda was tired of those ankles.
Close up on you.
Yeah. So I'm ready for some of it.
Right. Okay. That's a great point. You all brought up a great point. And with me, I guess I want to look at it from, well, when I thought about this question, I wanted to look at it from more of like a personal or spiritual point of view. I feel like I'm really enjoying this time because when stuff was normal, I kept saying it ain't enough hours in a day to do this. It's not enough hours in a day to do that. Now I don't have an excuse to not get done what I need to get done. I desire to stuff like that. So I've really been taking this time to really focus on my growth, health wise, artistry wise, you know, work wise, because, you know, with work they thin the office out a lot, so people are working on a different schedule, so there's not as much traffic in the office, so that really gives me time to really, you know, perfect my work, you know, my job as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of liking it like this. The only thing is, I just wish that people didn't have the hardships that they have right now with everything that's going on. So my heart does go out to people that are, you know, having hardships. You know, I say every day, I thank God I'm blessed to be able to get up and go to work, but I also keep those in my prayers that can, that, you know, some kind of resolution comes through for them. So yeah.
That's a good point. Very good point.
So I have another question. What have you discovered about yourself since the pandemic? Breonna, let's go with you. What have you discovered about yourself?
I've discovered, I'm going to give you a pro and a con. So I have discovered that I am very creative because I was just coming up with a lot of stuff. I have been able to really zone in and get my business organized. But the con I realize is that I don't hold a consistent schedule. Like, you're going to work and you're clocking in, but they have us at home working with the kids. But I turn in my work with the kids, you know, but it's not as consistent as it would be if I was clocking in at 8, getting off at 4, you know. So I caught myself that I'm not consistent in that aspect. So I was like, girl, get your life. But so that's what I learned so far.
All right, but you know what? The good thing is, you know, and you have time to work on that. You know, you have something to work with. The first step is identifying. So you got something to work with.
Right.
So and I commend you for having to teach 5-year-olds. Like, that's a job, because I know it's a job with them sitting in front of you. So you having to do it over the computer, honey. Hats off to you. Okay.
Thank you.
What about you, Katrina?
Well, I have learned, like Breonna, I have a lot of, since I've been spending more time to myself and with God, I have a lot of ideas up in here that I've been putting on paper. I've never done a vision board, but I got a lot of ideas in my notepad, visions that I see, you know, stuff I want to do, and I never gave myself the time to think about before, or to even let my mind go that far before. So I've learned that I've got a lot of stuff in here.
Right.
But I've also known, because I've always known I'm a procrastinator, and with this pandemic and stuff, it has not gotten any better. So I learned that I need to work on that even more, because now I have no excuse. I really have no excuse, but I've come up with this whole color scheme for my bedroom, how I want to, different projects and stuff that I want to do in my house and all that stuff, but it's just here. I haven't actually tried to do anything about it yet. So I've got it here. I've learned that I can get it down on paper, writing my notes, writing my ideas out, and all that good stuff, but I'm still a procrastinator. That has not changed. I gotta work on it now.
Yeah. Well, we have nothing but time, honey, to work on that. If you ever need some help or anything like that, you know, just reach out to me. Like, I'll help you. That was one thing that I used to struggle with as well. But you said it, putting it down on paper and you're actually being able to see it is gonna force you to want to take action on it, you know.
Yeah, because before I would think about something, I would say, oh, I wish I could do this, or I could do that, but now I have the actual time to think of, like, to deeply think about things and actually get it out on paper, and it does make me want to do it. I'm just too slow about doing it. but I'm gonna get my stuff done. I see my there.
Absolutely. Okay,
Yeah.
Yolanda.
I'm along the same lines as creativity. Discovered that my mind can go into some real crazy places, and so I've been exploring for that. And I can write more too than I thought I've had time. So I'm on a roll here. So I'm that about myself.
Okay, great. I can say that something I discovered about myself since this whole thing, and y'all know, like I got to tie it back to makeup because that's my baby, that's my business. So I never realized how hungry I was to get to that next level, you know. And before the podcast started, we were talking about a picture that I posted with the butterfly look. Like, I literally cried tears of joy after I finished doing that look, because it took me so long, and I got so frustrated while I was doing it, but something in me just said, keep going, do not stop, keep going. And I kept going, and it turned out to be a really, really nice look.
Magnificent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, you know, it's just like literally, like, now I've been so hungry just to be better. Not even with just makeup, like even with like my weight loss journey again. I've been walking every day, working out with my husband. Like, you know, we've been doing, you know, different things or whatever. So I'm just like really hungry to be better. Like, you know. And speaking of hunger, I actually like to cook. Like, I love cooking. I've always, but I think now I'm getting more into like different seasonings and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's one thing that I discovered.
I should have said that too, girl.
About myself. What'd you say?
I should have said that too. I've been cooking.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's nothing else to do. You might as well cook.
I've been just putting stuff together. I've been being Chef Barbie.
Oh.
Absolutely, I love it. So, okay, ladies, my last question is: how do you feel about / how often do you digital detox? So I'm gonna go first. I think that digital detoxing is definitely the appropriate thing to do. I feel like it's much needed because there's always something on social media that can set you back from your goals. You know, if you're not really strong in your mind, or I wouldn't even say if you're not strong, because even the strongest people sometimes deal with self-doubt. So, you know, I feel like everybody needs that time to really just focus and zone in on what they're trying to do, what their end goal is, and, you know, making it happen or whatever. So normally I try to do it at least every January, and it's mainly the time when my church do like the fast, and it's for the first few weeks of January. But I said that this year, you know, because I'm really believing and really focused on getting to that next level, that it's going to be a time soon where I'm probably going to digital detox again, because I feel like it's much needed. So yeah, that's my digital detoxing. What about you, Breonna?
Yeah, I agree with you. My church does the fasting in January as well, but I have also taken moments, like it'll be like a weekend thing, like just for Saturday and Sunday. I'm not messing with it, you know, because, and there are moments where I can see one thing, like we were talking about last week, like that type of topic where we see a video or something and it just really messes up your mood. That right there is a spark for me, you know, to just take a woosah, like, okay, look, this is just too much. I'm done with y'all. But so I definitely agree with you. Digital detox. I was just talking to my husband that you got to renew your mind. And if you just let people ideas, you begin to do that compare and contrast. You forget that you creative. You forget that you got it like that. You forget because you see somebody else at a different level, but you good too. So, you know, I definitely agree with having a fast from social media. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What about you, Yolanda?
I have not started doing it, but I'm going to, because just like you all was saying, it's a really good idea that so that you can keep hold of your own your mental stability, because this stuff up here is just ridiculous. And so if you don't break away from it, then you'll find yourself in the midst of it. So I'm going to start doing that. I think it's a good.
Right. Okay. What about you, Katrina?
Yeah, I don't do a lot of social media. Like I only have a Facebook page. I don't have Instagram and all those other platforms. And I used to not even go on Facebook that much anyway. But right here lately, I've noticed, like one day I kept saying, oh my God, I can't sleep at night. But I find myself up. Like one night I was up, I know, for 3 or 4 hours just scrolling on Facebook, looking at stuff and reading different quotes and all this stuff. And I was like, that's why you can't sleep. You on Facebook. I don't post, but I'm just scrolling, right? So the next few days, I didn't even go on Facebook at all. The first day, I didn't purposely not go in there. I just noticed that evening, I was like, oh, I didn't even look at Facebook today. And I said, you know what? But I got a whole lot more stuff done. And read a lot more, and I prayed a lot more that day. So I said, you know what? I'm going to just go the rest of the week without looking at Facebook. So that was last week. I didn't even do Facebook much. So yeah, TikTok is definitely needed, especially for people like me that's going to just let it hold up your whole day.
Well, you ladies brought up some good points, and those of you that are watching, let us know how you feel about the questions that we asked. Do you feel like you should digital detox? How often do you do it? Just drop us a comment down below and let us know how you feel about digital detox and then about all the other questions that we asked on this episode. So for our next segment, we're gonna go into Sister Girl of the Week. The Sister Girl of the Week for this week is going to be Lovely T. Her name on YouTube is Lovely T 2002. She is a YouTube video blogger who blogs about everything from reality TV to pop culture to race relations in America. She has a lot of really informative videos. Her posts are humorous, informative, honest, and thought-provoking. She really gets you thinking. She was featured on several national news shows, The Today Show, HNL News with Dr. Drew, Good Morning America, and Fox Twin Cities, The Buzz Show. She also sells teas that helps boost your immune system. They also help your skin and digestion, and just put the cherry on top to a self-care day. So let's give it up for Lovely T, and hopefully in this video, and she will see that she is our Sister Girl of the Week. I absolutely love her. She holds no punches, okay? I love her. And she actually, the video that we were discussing last week, I actually saw that video on her page, and she was livid about that. So yeah, I absolutely love her. So for our last segment, we're going to get into our word of the week. So I'll go ahead and go first. My word of the week, I'm gonna say becoming. I thought about that, and it's because people need to love who you're becoming, especially when you're trying to work on being better. You need to love who you're becoming. That's just as simple as I can put it. What about you, Yolanda?
I'm going with change. We've been dealing with so much change and within ourselves, so much change within our communities and different things. And you know what? Sometimes change is good. Well, for me, all the time. Never be afraid to embrace the change, because you don't know what's a part of that change. So that's my word for the week. Keep going with it. Deal with it.
Great. All right, Katrina, what about you?
My word is laugh or laughter. Through everything that we're going through, laughter is good medicine. So no matter how serious your life is, put some laughter in there. Find something to laugh about every day. I'm guaranteeing you it's going to help you feel better.
Absolutely. All right, Breonna, what's your word of the week, girl?
It's reset. Every time you get up, God gives you a reset. And I realized that through this journey, as we are discussing this topic, whatever happened yesterday, it's all right. Because in the morning, I'm going to get a reset of my energy, reset of my joy, reset everything so I can be full again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Our words of the week is becoming, change, laugh, and reset. Drop us a comment down below and let us know what word you're going to be focusing on for the week. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the ChiChat Podcast. I am your girl, Ebony, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to our episode of ChiChat. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at ChiChat Podcast.